Hello YouTube, welcome to another video by the Geo Scholar. This one is going to be about Hurricane Irma. Hurricane Irma has just hit Florida. It's just hit the Florida Keys. The hurricane is so big that it's actually covering a large portion of South Florida. In order to understand Hurricane Irma, you need to understand geography. You need to understand Florida. Florida is a peninsula. It's surrounded by water on three sides. And in Florida's case, it's surrounded by two bodies of water that are very warm, especially this time of year. That's Florida. You got the Atlantic Ocean over here. You got the Gulf of Mexico over there. One thing to understand about hurricanes. Hurricanes depend on warm water. Hurricane Irma just regained strength. And the one thing to understand about that, the Straits of Florida right here, that is where the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico meet. So Hurricane Irma is entering warmer waters, so it's going to get more strength and it's going to get more powerful. And there's another aspect to understand about this hurricane. It was projected to go in a direction, it's supposed to go further north, but it was originally slated to be further east, but instead it's further west. That lets you know the unpredictability of weather. I mean, obviously people do try to predict the weather and people are making models of what's going to happen, but things are always changing on this earth. This earth is a dynamic place. That makes geography dynamic. That makes meteorology dynamic. Stuff is always changing, especially this hurricane. Now the path is shifted. One thing to understand, that Gulf of Mexico water, it's warm, it's going to get more strength. And with that, it's going to go up through Tampa, St. Petersburg, Sarasota, Clearwater, and then it's going to go up through the state of Georgia. It's going to be a tropical storm by then, because by then it's further on land. It's further inland, and the strength is essentially being cut off, but it's still a tropical storm. And the one thing to be concerned about is Atlanta. Atlanta is already seeing a lot of people go up there because people from Florida were trying to get away from the hurricane. There was a lot of evacuation going on. There has also been evacuation taking place in the state of Georgia. You have to really think about the traffic and now the ironic possibility of Georgia being, particularly the Atlanta area, being hit. And then you also have to think about tornadoes being spawned by this hurricane. Tornadoes have been spawned by hurricanes before, and with Hurricane Irma is likely to happen again. And that has its own set of catastrophe, disaster, and damage to go along with that. And then you have to think about Atlanta. It's home to the world's busiest airport. You're going to have a lot of flights that will not make it off the ground because of the hurricane with force, because of the tropical storm. You're not going to have that. There are going to be a lot of problems as far as transportation goes, especially air transportation. And it's going to affect Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport immensely. You know, you have a tropical storm, it's not a good idea to be flying. So you're going to have flights being grounded, a lot of problems. And that is a geographic and meteorological assessment regarding Hurricane Irma. If you found this video interesting, check out more videos on my channel. Everybody be safe. You know, just be safe. I hope everybody is safe right now. Don't forget to leave a comment on this video, like, and subscribe.